Today is the day. The part is ready. We're gonna pop it out of the mold today. Let's get started. I'm so excited for this.
We've got big plans for the small bow. We're learning as we go. So come along, we'll teach you stuff as we go building Windpuff.
Winter is here in full force, and it's too cold to be doing more glasswork in the garage or especially outside. So once we have this out and trimmed up and ready to put on the back of Windpuff, we can't actually attach it until it warms up in the spring. So what we're going to be doing for the rest of the winter is working on Wisdom, because we have some plans for what we're going to be doing with Wisdom come the summer, and in order to do those plans, we need to get these projects done. So that'll be our next little adventure there throughout this winter until it warms up and we can go back to working on this. So that's how it goes. 2 boats, twice the crazy, twice the work. When I did that marathon day where I put 3 layers of glass on in one go, in one single day, that wasn't a great plan, because when I was doing one at a time, I did each layer with a lot of care and a lot of delicacy. When I did a whole bunch all at once, I was tired, and I did this side first. This side looks really good. This side does not look good. Now, it's good enough for right now, but I'm gonna have to, revisit this and fix it, because it's just all full of voids. Lesson being, haste makes waste. So if you're working really hard and trying to get a whole bunch done, but you don't have the energy to actually do it right, you're not gonna do it right. So therefore, you should just slow it down, dial it back, and do it right, but do it slower. I'm not doing this perfectly. I'm not doing this very well even. I'm doing this average. I am not a skilled shipwright. This is not my profession. This is not my forte. This is not my wheelhouse. But as a cruiser, you should be able to do everything on your boat okay. You don't have to be the best at it, but you should be able to do everything okay. And this is one of the things that I'd personally say I'm a little bit above okay, but I'm not great. That's just being honest. So if you need to have, only this thin amount done perfectly would be strong enough, well, that's great if you can do it that way. I don't think I can, so therefore I just overbuild it, over-engineer it, and over-design it. That way it's really, really strong, much stronger than it needs to be. And then we're safe, because then when I didn't build it as well as it was planned to be built, it's still strong enough because it's just over strong anyway. So that's kind of the main plan here. So I know a lot of people are freaking out about the weight being so far aft and all these other issues, but I'm not really freaking out about those things. So that's all part of the calculations and the math that we're doing, which is why we're then building it stronger to support the extra forces that are going to be on it, because we are taking them into account, but I'm not looking at those things with fear. The last time I popped the pattern out of the mold, when we made the mold, I found that the old paintbrushes that I had from putting on the resin everywhere ended up being the best method for being wedges to separate the mold from the part. This time, I kept all of them. I've been keeping them in this one bucket, and now I'm jamming them in there. So they didn't hurt the gel coat. Everything went really, really well where I used them, but I didn't have enough last time. So then I used some screwdrivers as well, which that will hurt the gel coat and everything else. You don't want to do that. But this keeping the wooden handles of your paintbrushes, that's then gonna be your wedge. So that's just a little trick to make your next step easier. Keep your trash, that way you can reuse it.
damn, it's cold. Oh, thank goodness. I was really worried it was going to be hideous. And I was going to have to act.
Thanks.
This is cool. So is it upside down? No, this is right side up.
This is it, yeah.
Yeah.
So the deck would go on top of this.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so thick.
Yes, it's very thick.
My gosh.
Yeah, I want a little...
You can see the layers.
Yeah, they're thick
Cool.
there, that's for sure.
Yeah.
So I suck at doing the edge. So what I actually did was I built like a few inches past. That way when we cut back, it was good. Now there's still a couple areas it's like, yeah, I'm gonna patch those. But for the most part, it's nice.
It is nice. It's very nice. Yeah. It's very smooth. It smells terrible.
Yeah, it does. That it does. But yeah, so here it is.
Wow, B.
Yes.
I'm so glad it's over.
Thanks. I'm going to measure something just to be 100% safe. And make sure that this will fit the monitor.
Oh my gosh. Don't scare me.
It will just fit there.
Okay.
And we have leeway here.
Okay.
Oh.
Wow, it's super hard.
Oh yeah, it does not flex.
Wow.
Try giving it a push. Like that's the weakest point where the anchor goes.
Push where?
Yeah.
Like down here?
No, this guy right here.
Just push in?
That's the weakest part. Yeah.
Wow.
It's like
Oh
a
my
rock.
gosh, it is.
That's what when
Well,
I made
it's probably thicker than like a lot of hulls are.
It is. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's you have a lot to be proud of.
Thanks. Yeah.
It's very cool.
The technical, this would have been good enough. Is this strong? If you'd like to give it a little push.
Ow.
Well, yeah, it's still really hard. But if you push on it,
it does flex.
If you punch it, it hurts.
I'm tired.
Yes. So here it is. Next step is
Put it on the boat?
put it on the boat.
Wow.
Yeah.
Good, 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 good. It only took you a year.
Only a year. Yep. Good thing there's only so much
my
more to do on
gosh.
the boat afterwards.
It's going to look cool on the boat.
Yeah.
It'll look cool. It's not what I had originally thought you were going to make.
Oh, what were you thinking?
Like, I thought it would be a lot more of a piece. Like, I'm really glad that it is not that, like I was picturing this whole wedge to be like full fiberglass.
Yeah. So the reason I didn't is because, so all right, all of this makes more hull behind the boat, right?
I mean, it looks like a catamaran dinghy, sort of. Like that. It looks like our
old Livingston.
Old Livingston, yeah.
Yeah. Well, so it happens like this whole thing, my big concern, as we put more boat behind the boat, you move the center buoyancy aft.
Right.
So then what happens is you hit a wave, the bow plunges into the wave. Mm-hmm. So then that's not good. So I built this to be as little buoyancy as possible.
Exactly.
That way it wouldn't
Yeah.
have it wouldn't do much to the boat.
Mm-hmm.
It just do what we needed to do without hurting the rest.
Yeah. It's good. I'm excited about it.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, so the only issue is it is super cold now.
I have a
question. Yes.
Is this above this?
It, I believe, is.
So when the deck, is it going to slope down?
So actually, this actually comes up.
Oh,
right
okay.
now,
so
this
it'll
whole
be,
thing is sloping
yeah,
down.
Yeah, because it'll
be coming up.
attach up.
So
yeah.
it should be that this, to this, to that are all the same.
Yeah. Okay.
Now, if it's not, when we make the deck, I fill in the gap.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because we have the deck goes onto this, and then we have the bulwarks that come up from there anyway.
So it's really cold out, so you won't be attaching this for a while. It's going to be until spring when it gets a little warmer outside. And
You can see our breath. So, which means that we need to transition our focus over to wisdom, because wisdom actually needs a lot of work, and we can't neglect wisdom. And so we've got some stuff to do that you're actually going to really want to see. So we're excited to show you that, because we're going to be sailing wisdom this summer. And there's some really important stuff that needs to get done before we can sail wisdom at all safely. So we're excited to kind of transition over to wisdom now, take a little break from Windpuff, and show you what we've got in store for you there.
But here's the thing about wisdom. We've been living aboard for 10 years. Well, Herby's been 10 years, I've been 8. So when a person lives aboard, they amass a lot of stuff. There's a lot of filth that gets kind of forgotten about in nooks and crannies. And especially when you live aboard with birds, lots can go wrong and lots can get destroyed. And it's very hard to keep a super clean boat. And so what wisdom really needs is a deep, deep cleaning, especially after 5 years of sailing full time. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna start this big project. We're gonna empty wisdom out. We're gonna take all of our stuff and we're going to make it so that everything is accessible and we can just get in there and clean. And there's some things that we need to redo, like all the rattan that the birds have chewed up, and just total makeover. Wisdom needs it. Wisdom deserves it. First thing we're gonna start with is clothes.